So let's find out more about Nevermind. Closing his heart to reality, our protagonist falls into a deep slumber and awakens in a nightmarish dream world. Hey, it said made in Unity, but at least it wasn't the free edition. In Nightmare is a narrative-driven horror adventure game, combining sneak action with diverse puzzles. Is that what they call it? Sneak action? Also, this really just looks like default text for the menu. Oh, that is a default menu. That is very much a Unity default menu. Overclocked scouting distance? I can't wait to figure out what the hell that means. Alright, let's get right into it. Thanks, Unity Engine. I have the Persona 4 theme playing in my head, seeing this image. That just reminds me, there's a coach in the NFL who claims that he remembers his own birth. So they just waved hello? This is how a human talks. I've already done this a couple of times. Why did the tutorial come later? They kind of just gave up on the rhyme scheme at the end of that, didn't they? Not trying to make a joke or be insulting. This is just a sincere question. Was English the first language of the developer slash whoever wrote this? Because it has that kind of stiffness to the dialogue that makes me think this was run through a translator. Just kind of dropped off of that ladder. Fine, sure. Who was writing this? Don't know if I was supposed to be able to go through here, but there we are. Oh no. Okay, good. I've already done that a couple of times, game. He got grabbed by the ghoulies. What happened to the frame rate? Big D? It wasn't me who snuck ahead and scouted the stage. It was the butterfly, I tell you, the butterfly. I thought that was a hookah. No idea what that is? Cool. Wait, hold on. I go into notes, and it shows me an ability list. Okay, there's outfits to unlock, I guess? Challenges of a sort? It's just the achievement list. And the flow chart of the story. This is, presentation matters in video games. We'll just leave it at that. Wow, the text made the frame rate drop. That's actually kind of impressive. Just like a Jackie Draper, Jackie Paper kind of thing. Was that really necessary? This was a hallway. This was the only way that I could go. Again, totally unnecessary. Hooray. There's some artifacting on the paper crane. And oh, Big D, please. Big D has no clipping turned on. All right. These are mechanics that I wasn't necessarily expecting to be in what claims to be a horror game. That enlarge, reduce function is putting in work. Wait, did the monster just, like, teleport away? It just disappeared instantly. Also, what does that say on the sleeve? Not Medder. Like how it says, click a button on the D-pad instead of press. Just another thing that makes me think this was somewhat awkwardly translated. Are all the keys gigantic and blue like that in this game? That's what they've all looked like so far. Please don't find you. Note written where there is no clear hiding spot nearby. What the hell happened to the shadow? You know, with the slats on the right and the, like, wavy effect on the screen, just kind of looks like the character hid in an oven. I'm assuming I'm supposed to run. Okay, so they are smart enough to do that. I'm assuming that the eye means whether it's looking in my general direction or not. For all the tutorials, I didn't see one explaining what that meant. It does kind of take the puzzle out of it when you can just hit a button and automatically see where to go. I mean, this isn't bad so far. I'm not especially into it, but it's not bad so far. I'm sure this means something. I have no idea what. I wouldn't call it a terrifying monster. It's not especially imaginative, I would say. Just note that a lot of these things, which I'm guessing are relevant to the character, I can't really zoom in on them or make out what some of them are. Give me all of the bloom effects. Wait, are we in a hub world now? What is this? You know, we mentioned Persona 4 earlier, but some of this does sound like stuff from a Persona game. Maybe these are song lyrics. All I gathered from all of that is this is a hub world, and I'm supposed to go somewhere. Yeah, they just straight up called them trophies. He has a statue of himself, because... Okay, that's collectibles for a puppet show. This is... okay, how much collectible shit is there in this game? Bring up all the memories. Great. Putting the canopy on top actually made it so I cannot see most of this. Wow, what a sophisticated music player. Great name for a track, too. Start. These are the trophies you would have if you didn't suck at baseball. I'm imagining Bill now with this shopping list of collector stuff and then calculating the percentages of everything on his chalkboard. Oh, who the fuck knows? The completion of the chapter is improved? Again, I'll be looking up details about the developer later because some of this is just phrased strangely. Oh wait, did I start a new chapter? A quick note about this. When you're saying something and then writing the abbreviation for it, that's typically something you do for like a paper that's going to be published in a journal. Not something you're just circulating among like your department. And that being said, this does read like something that somebody just lifted from a medical journal, only without the citations. Is this supposed to imply something else? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Great. Well executed, maybe. No. Oh, she cried sadly. Glad you specified. This is not written by a child. Hello, me. Meet the real me. Again, this writing. A small, lovely piggy bank gift from the parents that helps the child build the view on money. Also, how small are the dollar bills? Look at the size of them compared to the size of the bank. Are the parents trying to steal our Monopoly money? What's going on? It's just concept art, I'm assuming? Based on the incredibly plain name and number? And instead of just having the art, they quite literally taped it to a book. Gold, violet, green. Alright, that's a pretty basic puzzle, but that's at least something, I guess. Oh, it just made a key spawn. Why even bother with that and just have the door open? What did this game become? I hope that the expectation wasn't that I would take this seriously. Are these some of the same beach balls that were in, like, Pro Skater 5? Am I so out of touch? No, it is the adults who are wrong. I can't tell what in the hell he's doing. Looks like he's freestyling on the butterfly. Wait, what? What is that? Oh, sweet. We got the vinyl. What do you think this track is going to be called? Level 4? Hey, hey. Okay, so it's pretty much... It's actually less than I expected. Hey, soundtrack 37, that's my favorite song. Okay, I have a feeling that was supposed to be a bit more intense than it actually was. It just got kind of annoying after a little bit. What? You ever get the feeling they got a little too caught up in the whole collectible thing? And that, some of it just really sticks out and, doesn't quite gel with everything else in the game. Okay, I was trying to jump and it just wasn't happening. The frame rate really doesn't like this area in particular. I've kind of judged based on its position relative to the bookshelf next to me where exactly the monster is. Might end up being another one of those games where the I don't hate this badge very much sums up my feelings on it. Like, I don't especially feel much of anything, which means I don't feel hate toward the game. Ergo, I don't hate this. Wait, I've only been playing this for like an hour and change? Okay, we've just been finding soundtrack albums. Is this the soundtrack ability? Because that's mostly what I've been using it for so far. So the puzzle was just walk backwards a little bit and grab the crank. What was even the point of that? I'm not even sure what happened. And I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, sure. Maybe? I think you're kind of stunting your child's social skills with this weird way that you talk and are making him talk. That is not how a person speaks. This reads like a high schooler trying to be poetic. But their idea of being poetic is, let's just use, like, break out the thesaurus and swap out words for everything. Like, what is the name of that story? The Eye of Argon, that's what I'm thinking of. Sorry, just the word self-esteem being written over and over has now put The Offspring in my head. That's another thing. The game just keeps throwing things at me to improve the power of, or to collect, or to look for. And I'm struggling to keep track of most of it. Game seems to like hallways. What other bullshit am I collecting now? We're actually just collecting heart pieces now. Hold on, let me check my Unity checklist. So we're looking for elks, eyes, hearts, feathers, goblets, caskets, orbs, and other orbs. And that's on top of the other various shit like the paper cranes, the ghosts, the lighthouse fragments, the ginger parts. Not as in like red-headed people, but like a puppet named Ginger. Yay. There was another door back here. What about that one? Oh, it's locked. Of course. Hitting me now that, like, even outside of the hallways, how linear some of the design is. Also, watch what happens with the bed when I get too close to the wall. Well, hey! Oh my god, it's for a soundtrack thing again. This really is just the soundtrack ability. Okay. I just go, I guess. I'm waiting for it, game. Still waiting. Still waiting. We're gonna, you guys gonna keep doing this? Oh, you know, the first thing you see when it says exit the dream is the puppet thing with the multiple arms in the room of clocks. And I figure, okay, they're setting up for some kind of chase sequence again. And instead, it's just a long-ass series of hallways, and then it ends. Wow, that really soured my mood. Why would you make that staircase so long? I already noticed the filler in this game. Oh god, yet another long staircase. Oh, I was excited for this at first, but it just seems like red light, green light. And the hands don't actually follow you. They're just set to appear in those spots. That's it? That was it. Underwhelming doesn't begin to describe it. Yes. Mannequins and dolls. People are scared of mannequins and dolls. Just put those in your game. Does it fit the theme? No. Put it in anyway. I just solved the puzzle by accident, because I wasn't trying to do that. Again, if this is supposed to be the voice of the child... Huh? Also, why does your divorce agreement look like a multiple choice quiz? Yep, now they're doing the thing. Changing the map once you move away from part of it. Alright, what soundtrack thing are you gonna lead me to now? Of course, I ask a question, of course the answer is 42. Thank you, Hitchhiker's Guide. Yeah, what's going on elsewhere in this room? Oh, we're hiding in the shrubs like this is Monster Hunter now? We are. Wow. So, I'm not even sure how to react to what the hell that was. I didn't know this walkable area was over here. And it's good to know, because I can hide here, I can lower the frame rate here. You can see the light getting cut off at times and not acting like normal light. Well, I'm not sure if the, like, completely stock Unity menus gave it away, but there's some corners cut with this. This is how, like, a teacher from a shitty kids film talks. Okay, this stealth section is going on for a while. Also, they just mirrored the signs. Red Hill. Other directions? Are you fucking... It says other directions. Wait a minute. I thought we were trying to get into the school. Now we're getting into the forest? Well, the monster was nearby and he didn't activate it, so whatever. I think I'm done. My initial expectations were pretty low when I saw this. I started playing the game a little. I thought, alright, maybe this isn't so bad. It's not something I'm super into, but it at least seems like mostly competent. And I'm not recognizing a shit ton of stock assets or anything, so, you know, maybe it's got something going for it. Then as I kept going on, I kept noticing, like, the long hallway sequences. I kept noticing the pretending to be human style dialogue, the obscene amount of collectibles, and just how much, like, stock, practically unchanged Unity menuing is still left in the game. Just, like, the fucking graphs for the, like, documents and stuff that you find in the game just made everything look like an Excel spreadsheet. And then even outside of the long hallways, it had the segments that just went on way too long, and segments where it just kept doing the same thing over and over and over and not really mixing anything up. So, nope. I'm not going to give my, like, personal recommendation for this one.